everyone. Welcome to a new year and another episode in the Fortress of, a podcast about movies, TV shows, video games, and lots of pop culture nerd things. My name is Oscar. I'll be one of your hosts today. And with me per usual is two of your hosts, Alex and Brian, are here today.
What's up? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Burr, 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 burr.
Horns.
Full of new life and energy. Just kidding. I'm more tired than ever. Let's continue.
Every year, we think there's no way they can make glasses out of this year. And every year, they always manage to do it. Very impressed.
You know, I didn't see any glasses this year, actually.
Oh, they look dumb as hell.
Yeah.
They look really fucking stupid.
That's hilarious. Yes, listeners, we are back once again. We had a little bit of a break for the holidays and whatnot. We hope you all had a safe and happy holiday and a new year, and we are here back to begin the new year. Alrighty. Well, Alex, thank you for joining us for that intro for 5 minutes. We'll see you after the news. Alright. It's not because we recorded things out of order. It's fine. Alrighty. Brian, it is time for our first topic of the week. Should we get to it?
News talk. News talk. I gotta pretend to be him because he's not here, you know.
You know that when we edit in, we have that sample.
Yeah, no, I know. But sometimes we're live in front of a studio audience.
Together now.
Yeah, it's a studio audience. They're here. They should hear it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they like to hear it as well.
Alex had diarrhea, so he had to leave. Anyway.
Yeah, he did. First piece of news, listeners. I know we've been on a break, so some of this stuff might be older or newer, but first piece of news is fairly new. The Last of Us Season 2. I will also, first and foremost, well, obviously, listeners, if you want to skip to any section or skips to avoid spoilers, check the show notes. But specifically right now, I'm going to say from the top, spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2. Just we don't know, minor, major, just double check the show notes if you want to skip ahead. All right, continue. Last of Us Season 2, the HBO show, they did some casting announcements. A lot of major characters. The first one, the big one that everyone was kind of waiting for, they have casted their Abby, which for listeners who don't know, again, you shouldn't be listening to this because these are spoilers. Abby's a big fucking character. I would say the second biggest character of that second game.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And they have casted her, Caitlin Dever, which is a fun bit of casting. There's some trivia between it. Is that she was the woman, I don't know, I was just older, that most people wanted to play Abby or Ellie originally, just because like she fucking looks like Ellie for one thing. And so that's funny that they kind of went back and now she's Abby. That, and she definitely has a relationship with Naughty Dog because she also had a role in Uncharted 4, which I will not disclose of who she is because it might be a spoiler, but she is in Uncharted 4.
That's super interesting.
So,
that's super cool.
So that's kind of fun.
There's two big things about that is... One,
are you talking about Abby's biceps?
Abby looks like she eats Caitlin Devers for breakfast in the game. Yeah. And then also she always read in the games as a pretty tall woman compared. I guess, and that's kind of where we're struggling, I guess, as a whole and this is fine. I mean, it's gonna be fine. You can be short and be stocky and be fucking ripped as shit. I think a lot of people are going to want to see that again because I think that's an important part of her character. Maybe they think that's less so in how they want to tell this story. I'm speaking, of course, about the second game that is going to be what this season is going to be based off, at least a portion of this second game. That's going to be weird. You got a 5'1" person and a 5'2" person duking it out. When in the game,
it helps that Bella Ramsey is so small.
Right. But it's like in the game, they both read as like at least 5'6", I would think.
Yeah, because even Ellie gets a big growth spurt.
Yeah, like Ellie's like pretty tall and lanky, and then we know that Abby's even bigger, and we know Abby's like also just fucking ripped up like Rambo. She's gonna have to
go to the gym,
right? Yeah. And if they do that and they go that route, I think that's really awesome if they're able to do that. If not, I'm sure it won't take away from the story. But I do just love. I think a really important part of that game was the fact that they treated a woman in a non-traditional way in like appearance and aesthetic and things like that. And they're like, no, she wasn't a gay woman. She wasn't, any of that. She was a straight woman that out of necessity got strong.
She had a purpose. For it.
And that's something we don't see a lot. So I really hope that they have that care and that they want to do that with her. I don't know that Caitlin Dever wants to do with that because she's going to be eating fucking 5,000 calories a day. But if they're able to pull that off, I think that'll be amazing. If not, I won't be mad, but I know people will be mad.
Right. I don't think the height thing bothers me as much. I do think I want to see a ripped fucking Abby. I want her to be massive, bro.
Even if it's like MMA, like UFC kind of level of like, this is what a woman that like is like really cut at 130 or 115 kind of looks like. You know what I mean? But, like, that's what I'm hoping for. Because I just think that was such an important thing that we hadn't seen before, and I just really want that to be emulated.
Exactly. And also because, again, we're in spoilers, listeners, there's a purpose for it. There's a purpose for one, her getting that big, and spoilers again for the end, the drastic change of when you expect to see swole Abby and she's not. And she's this really drawn out, fatigued, almost skeletal person that you have to fight at the end. Adds to that.
It gives me the same vibe of Legend of Korra that I think a lot of people didn't really look into as much about. Like, Korra is like when she goes through depression and she loses all her muscle mass and things like that. And it's like, that is a plot point that I think is so interesting because it talks about a really interesting aspect of taking care of yourself, self-care, and things like that. What do you do when survival depends on you being strong?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yep.
We'll see. They might digitize it. They might have enough money to just fucking make her just look strong digitally.
Oh, I would hate that. It would just it would look like that fucking big guy in the Yu Yu Hakusho trailer.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I real quick, there was a little story attached that how the Laura Bailey commented saying that she'll go to the gym with her, which listeners who don't know, Laura Bailey's the voice actor / performance capture actor who played Abby. So that's kind of fun. And I hope that means that she is going to go to the gym.
Yeah. Also, Laura Bailey is known in World of Warcraft for playing Jaina Proudmoore, one of the biggest characters in lore for World of Warcraft.
I don't even know who that is, bro. You just spoke a different language.
Laura Bailey is very much one of the biggest voice actors in gaming.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So.
She's also featured in little cameo in season 1 of The Last of Us for listeners who didn't know that. But yes, so there are 2 other pieces of casting, not obvious big characters, but not as the one we were all waiting for. They casted Jesse, which is going to be played by Young Mazino, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. We'll be playing Jesse. I mean, cool. Yeah, Jesse's a cool dude in the show or in the game. I'm not super attached to Jesse, but very excited to see how that goes. That and they casted Dina, which this one's a little bigger. I think they definitely have a bigger role and of more importance, at least for me, in part 2. They casted Isabella Merced, which we've been seeing her pop up a lot lately. She will be in James Gunn's new Superman movie as Hawkgirl, and she
Dora the Explorer. Dora the Explorer. Y'all slept on that movie. That movie fucking slaps. Y'all should watch it.
Yeah, so there we have our Dina. We got Jesse. This is coming together. I mean, we're missing a couple more of the Abby's friends casting, so we'll see where that goes. But I mean, I'm excited. Again, it goes back to I cannot wait, and I'm really hoping, because everyone knows that gamers are psychopaths and lunatics, that I can't wait to see what a normal human's response to season 2 is, and watch it just be like, oh, okay, yeah.
I'm very interested in it.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in how people think. Because we've talked about it plenty of times, that I do think there's a lot to really love about this season. And I think it's very interesting, all things considered. Yeah, I'm excited about this.
I'm hoping it's a good time.
It'll be interesting because of the timing of the remaster coming out. I wonder if that will end up fucking up this show.
It might, because this show's not going to come out till next year, maybe.
Yeah. With the thing with the show, of course, they want to put out concurrent with the actual show. They end up not being able to do that for the PC version. Some people end up paying it after they actually like watch that show, and I think that only helped them playing the game. But now that the game is coming out and more people have been exposed to it that might have not played it otherwise, they're going to probably play it ahead of this show because it's going to take so long to come out. And that might fuck them if they don't like it.
It might.
Oh no, Joe, they don't like it. Yeah.
We'll see. I'm still very excited, obviously, because with me and you, we've had that game came out 4 years ago, almost at this point. So, yeah, I'm excited. We'll see. All right, moving on. More announcements. This comes from StarWars.com. Star Wars. They announced a new movie. We haven't heard about a Star Wars movie in Lord knows how long. This is going to be The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Boo.
It's straight to the point.
Boo. What else can they
Jon
do?
Favreau. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna say I'm not excited because obviously I'm excited. I'll go see it. It's Star Wars. I want to see a Star Wars fucking movie. We haven't seen a movie since 2019.
Yeah.
I want to see a Star Wars movie, and I mean that. Oh God, if this is just the Mandalorian budget, the volume, on the big screen, I'm gonna lose my shit. For the love of God, put some more money into the backgrounds of this shit.
I
don't want
assume
to see the fucking volume.
it has to be a more important story than we've seen thus far.
Right.
We know that out of us, I think you were fine with it, but I did not love a Mandalorian season 3. I thought it was pretty lackluster, and that kind of made me a little cold on the show as a whole. So this, I'm not as excited as I probably would have been if we only had the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I think they just need a win movie wise.
Yeah,
They just need
for
something.
sure.
So they're going. This isn't a big bet. This is like a safe bet. They're just trying to. Let's start out slow. Let's start out with something that we know is established, that we know people love Grogu, and we'll see how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
There was a co-announcement. They also announced that it's official. Season 2 of Ahsoka is in development.
Boo!
This is, again, another thing that we started out a little rocky, had some pretty highs, and then the ending, we were all just like, damn, they didn't land it.
Yeah, I think it was another one of the things that I probably was the lowest on it, that I just was not.
Yeah.
I was, at the end of the show, I was just not for it.
Again, they said Dave Filoni is going to continue to do this, which, okay. Look, I'm excited because I like the characters in there. I just hope the story is worth telling, and they use their time wisely. I feel like with a lot of, not even just Disney, a lot of the Marvel shows and a lot of shows, I was telling you guys off pod, I watched that Monarch Legacy of Monsters Godzilla show on Apple. A lot of shows, I'm just like, y'all don't need to be this long. Y'all don't have enough story here to tell. Stop dragging this shit out and wasting more of my life. It's limited. Make this shit shorter. I don't care. Come on. And the same thing with this. Like, there were some of the highest highs of Ahsoka season 1 that I love, and then some of the Star Wars lows where I was just like, bro, what are we doing here? This is why are we wasting our time? So we'll see. It'll probably won't come out for probably till 2025.
Damn.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next piece of news. Ta-da! Hooray! This happened during the break. The bad man is gone, aka Bobby Kotick has finally left Activision Blizzard.
I hope they can finally breathe. I know a lot of people have been sharing their stories of their interactions with Bobby Kotick, and they've all been miserable. I'm talking about game devs that have worked at ActiBliz since he's been there for a long ass time. Fuck him. I mean, I don't have any better words to say about him. Fuck him. He is a bad person. He ruined a lot of people's lives, and also I heard he was a harasser. So
just a horrible human being. Yeah, it's like, thank you. Take your money, whatever. Yeah, you probably got paid so much money to leave. Take it and just please don't come back.
I hope this means a new era for ActiBliz. I'm really excited about them getting hopefully, I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but some creative freedom to get back to what they're known for.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone deserves to work in a fucking harassment-free work environment, please. Especially all the shit we've heard from the gaming industry this past year, or last year, I guess. They need a win. Help those people out.
For sure.
And this is hopefully a good win for them.
Yeah.
All right. We should have reversed this news. This is all bad news towards the tail end. Or just shitty stuff. This also happened over the break. Jonathan Majors, he was found guilty of harassment and assault. Of 2 of his 4 counts against him. We're not going to go into every single logistics of the thing. But we will talk about immediately afterwards. Like, literally, it's like someone was sitting at a Marvel desk, or just waiting to hit a button. Marvel has fired him. Basically, he is no longer going to be Kang the Conqueror in any iteration or way. He is no longer working for Marvel. This is all very expected. Not the guilty stuff, but just the fact that if he was guilty, Marvel's like, all right, you're out.
Yeah, it's just one of the most meteoric rises and most meteoric falls in such a short amount of time.
Such a fucking waste of talent.
Yeah, there was so much could have happened for him had he not done bad things. Obviously, shout out to the victims, and hopefully everyone's good in that situation. When you're doing bad things, you deserve punishment for it. Consequences of actions, we all know.
And it did seem like, if you want to keep looking into it, listeners, you can. We're not, like I said, we're not going to go through everything, but whether or not it's like a tape that they've released and text messages that they release, stuff like that, it does seem like a really toxic relationship that went south, and a lot of people made a lot of terrible choices, and this is where we're at. And we just hope that any and all party, whatever you need, gets whatever help you need. Figure your shit out. That's what life's about. Figure it out. But yeah, and then in terms of Marvel, recast or Doctor Doom, I don't think it matters, because none of this shit matters. It's all fucking fake anyways. The real life shit matters. But if we are to talk about it, I don't know, to be honest. Like, I kind of hate the idea of them pivoting away because it feels like even more of a waste. But I also understand if they just want to start at a clean slate.
Yeah,
you know?
I have a feeling personally they're going to start a clean slate. They're just going to just trash what they have so far and just start anew.
Yeah,
I think there's so much that's already going bad for them that it's not even worth sticking on to what they have. Because I mean, some of these movies have been the worst rated movies Marvel's had, the worst grossing movies Marvel's had, and they're based around this universe already of the King, the Conqueror place. That it's like we already see DC starting new. It might be a time for them to go for fresh slate as well.
Maybe, yeah. And Doctor Doom would be I think he could do it. He could be a Thanos level villain, Doctor Doom. He's got some Super Saiyan level ups in his comic book runs. I feel.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I couldn't give a shit less. If you can find a good actor that can replace King the Conqueror, shout out to you. That's going to be tough.
Right.
Y'all have hurt a lot of relationships with your black cast members outside of Anthony Mackie. So,
you know what they should do? They should just maybe the only reason I'm thinking this, maybe because I heard that this was a rumor. They should just go woman. I did hear maybe like a Anya Taylor-Joy. Maybe not her, but like just do something
for King the Conqueror or for Dr. Doom?
Yes.
Huh?
No, King the Conqueror.
A white lady for King the Conqueror?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe not.
At least put a black lady in there.
No, you know what? Just make them blue. Fuck it. Just make them blue like they're supposed to be.
I just enjoy this King the Conqueror is the worst thing I've ever heard before in my life. Let's move on. I'm upset now. I'm pissed off.
All right, moving on. But to do that, we're going to hit the trailer park. First trailer park of the year, so...
Bob Spaghetti.
Oh, shit. I don't have a new riff for it, so we're just going to go back to the original.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. What's happening?
Halo Season 2 got a new trailer this very week. Coming out February, a couple weeks.
If y'all don't put that man's goddamn helmet on, they said, hey, y'all don't like that we keep taking the helmet off? We're going to take his whole fucking armor off and have him fight.
Everything.
We said, fuck being Master Chief. This some guy.
I wrote down, I was like, this trailer was like okay and fine up until there's a scene in the trailer that shows Master Chief in like a hoodie and like normal ass clothes, no armor, like trying to like sneak around. I was like, oh, people are gonna hate this shit. What is he doing? Hiding in the streets like a cyberpunk bum? Like, I'm like, oh no.
I've accepted that this just isn't Halo. So at this point, I'm just trying to see if it's going to be a good sci-fi show. Yeah. I pivoted pretty quickly in the original season the same way that it's like, okay, this is not the Halo I know. I can be okay with that. That's fine. But I want it to be a good sci-fi show. It was neither. It was a very generic sci-fi show and then also a bad Halo show. We know that there's a new showrunner for this season. They fired a lot of people. They hired some new writers, things like that. The issue was never the art direction. I think the art direction was always really good for this show, but it was always very disjointed from the writing and aspect of that. So I'm cautiously optimistic. They keep showing fucking trailers and they keep showing fucking posters with this man's stupid ass face. And he's even gone on record to saying that, like, well, we did this because we can't show emotion without helmet. Like, Mandalorian doesn't have 3 fucking seasons and now a movie coming out.
Like, that's the dumbest thing.
That's what pisses me off so bad. Because, like, are you watching TV? Do you know other media exists? I don't understand.
Exactly. And, like, who cares about copying? Copy it. Who cares?
Have you played the games? The games literally show so much emotion. And that man never shows his fucking face a single time. I've played 5 of them, 7 of them. There's a lot of Halo games. So, I don't know. Yeah. So, we'll see. I hope it's decent. I don't even want to think it's good. I just hope it's decent.
Exactly. Like there were parts of the straight. Like I like the cool fight against the fucking what are they? I don't remember what they call the dudes with the energy swords and the
elites,
foggy little environment. The elites. Yeah, I was like that looks pretty dope. That looks like it's a good set piece. I still kind of like the tone of this trailer. It seems very serious.
Yeah. The action looks solid.
The fall of Reach in this. I was like, is that what they're gonna do in this? Mm-hmm. Who knows? But again, I think like we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
I want it to be better than season 1.
And I think it will be, but I don't think it... Yeah. I'm afraid it might not be by much.
Right. Nah, I mean, you're probably right. You're probably going to be right. And that motherfucker is not wearing any armor.
Just stop fucking showing that man's face. Whatever. Continue. That's fine.
All right. That is the news then, Brian. We have done it once again. That is the trailer park and everything. Shall we now move into our main topic of the week then?
I'm ready.
But first, we are trapped in, once again, a brand new fortress. This is a fortress we've been to last year and maybe the year before. Got an annual thing. We are in 2024 is the Fortress of...
Fourtress Fouresights. Sights.
Ooh, I like that.
I like the
Foursights.
self echo.
I thought it was a good bit.
What we're gonna do now? That's the new clip. That's the new song theme for this. Except we're gonna put an echo on your self echo and see what it sounds like.
Double echo. I love it. I'm into it.
Yes, listeners, we are once again doing some Fourtress Fouresights, which is where we take the top of the year and we predict. We make some bold and some not so bold predictions for the coming year. That being 2024. But first, we are obviously going to go look back at our 2023 predictions that we made a year ago and see where we all landed and how terrible we were at predicting the world. I will go first because my very first and biggest and boldest prediction couldn't have been more wrong. And it was that The Last of Us multiplayer factions mode will not just come out, but will revolutionize the multiplayer genre. And boy, could I not have been wrong.
It revolutionized layoffs in the first.
I think you got an F on that one.
That shit not only didn't come out, it was canceled. And it's not coming out ever. Naughty Dog announced that a couple weeks ago.
Hey, we are at least getting Last of Us 2 remake, though. We're at least getting that, or remaster, or whatever.
Yeah. That one hurt. Not gonna lie. That one hurts. So I got a big X for that one. We'll just go through all of mine and it'll be easier, and then we'll go through everyone else's. My next one was for Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and I said that Superman will show up and Black Adam will kill him, and then Shazam will kill Black Adam. None of that happened because who gives a fuck? The Rock killed it. Doesn't matter.
It turned out being the most mid film I've ever watched before in my life.
I could have predicted
basically.
that.
Right.
My next one, and this one I'm kind of sad, and I'm upset with the world that this doesn't happen. I said that the Batgirl movie will get stolen and leaked online, and I'm upset that never happened.
I would have liked to have watched it. I agree.
I would have liked to have watched it too. This one I'm bummed, but not that surprised. Super Mario Brothers movie. I predicted that Wario would be the post credits. I was incorrect. It was in fact Yoshi. Yoshi was the post credits of that movie. This was a general one I had. Marvel will do better this year. They did not.
They did not.
They probably did the worst ever.
They've had their worst year in history.
They're worse than the year before. So I think I'm 0 for 4 right now. But I get my first win here where I said that Guardians 3 will be the best out of all the Marvel movies to come out that year. And at least in my opinion, and I think most of people's opinion, it was. That was actually a very good movie. I quite enjoyed that one.
It definitely was probably the highest rated.
The Marvels and Ant-Man 3.
Oh, yes. It was definitely the highest rated. No question.
It was the best out of those three.
Yes, wow. Yeah, no question. Okay.
I said that the Marvels will be good. I will stand by this win, even though Brian will say no.
I will not stand by that one. I think that movie was high.
I enjoyed that one. I thought it was fun. It's fine.
I still haven't seen it, so who knows?
I don't even recommend. Maybe you can watch it on streaming services. Yeah, it's a short movie. That's cool.
It's like an hour 45. It's short.
If you like Kamala Khan, her actress still does great in this movie.
I did like her.
This one I'll take as a win. The Little Mermaid will look terrible. I will take that. Yep, I win that one.
You were
that one's mine.
Avatar came out, so yes. I mean,
yep.
Everything is worse than that.
Brian, this one I said we'll have to see if, in your opinion. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see Saw 10?
I did not.
Oh,
no. I actually heard it's really good though.
Oh damn! Well then I'm wrong because I said it was gonna suck. So.
Yeah, I heard. Let's look at the Rotten Tomatoes real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what we got. What we got here.
I hope we can hear my clicking because that makes it even better. It makes it seem like I'm doing real work.
Yeah, I probably can.
It got an 80% and an 89% audience score.
Wow, really?
Apparently, the movie fucking slaps.
I get an X on that. That's wild. That's wild.
I kept being told by people that I should 100% watch it because it was really good.
I can't believe that's the one you didn't go see. The one that was like actually good.
I think there was some reason that like I didn't end up go see it because I was like, I think other things were in theaters and I was like, well, I'm going to spend my time watching that. And that was my movie theater visit for the week. So it just kind of felt. It was the same thing that happened to Evil Dead Rise. Is it just was in the movie theaters when we were watching Marvel movies instead. So
right. Fair enough. This one I will take as a win as well. Spider-Man 2 will get Horizoned at the Game Awards.
And it sure fucking did.
It sure did. It didn't win a damn thing.
Despite being a very beloved game, it did not win. It won one thing, and it wasn't even like a super big category.
I don't even think it won one thing. I don't think it won anything.
Damn.
I thought it got some kind of like pity award.
Not a pity award.
Well, like the internet deemed it as a pity award. Maybe it was just a nomination.
maybe the internet might have given it something.
I don't know. I definitely didn't do shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't be mad. Like two of the best games ever.
Yeah.
came out. So like, what are you
This
gonna do?
was the worst year to compete when it came to video gaming, because if you had an 8 out of 10 game, you were just fucked.
Exactly. I wrote Liza P will be the greatest Pinocchio game ever, which by all means I hear is it might be. It might just be.
You were cooking with these predictions
so badly.
Yeah. Does Kingdom Hearts count as a Pinocchio
I think
game?
it does. We talked about it, I think, as well. I did say that Kingdom Hearts does count.
I feel like that's still up for debate then. Has anybody here played Liza P?
I have not. But
I played the demo and I really enjoyed it.
It's another game that I hear is phenomenal.
Yeah.
One day I'll play that game. Fast X will reignite the franchise. No, absolutely not.
Did it not?
Not
Why
for
not?
me, at least.
Damn.
Because it fucking was dumb.
It made a ton of money.
I don't think it reignited it. I think it just continued somewhat mediocrity.
That's fair.
If anything has ignited the franchise for me, it's Devin. That guy makes me want to watch those movies so bad.
I mean, a lot of them are really interesting. I wouldn't say they're good. Good is a strong word, but they're fun.
Middle chunk of those movies, like 4, 5, 6, 7, are good.
Yes.
But after that, it's a little shaky. The Mandalorian season 3. I said that Baby Grogu would die. I was wrong.
What a monster!
Super wrong.
I was definitely wrong. Super wrong. Live forever. And then I wrote Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora will be great. I don't know if it's great, but I hear it's not terrible.
I
don't know.
It's
not
pretty
bad. I don't know.
I hear it's just really
It's
boring.
pretty.
Somebody I know recently told me they're considering getting into video games and buying a console because of that game.
That's amazing.
And I was like, whoa.
That's
amazing. I was kind of speechless. I was really expecting him to say literally any other game, but I was like, go for it. It looks kind of cool.
The Avatar game is pushing consoles, man.
It's got a 70% on Metacritic, so maybe I'm being too. I've heard it's just super boring.
Spot on to me, even though I haven't played any of it.
I was gonna think maybe 6 at the highest. That like it's beautiful, not fun. But
yeah.
Okay.
People like Far Cry though, man. You know?
That's true. That's true. I'm not a big Far Cry person.
People love Far Cry.
You can fly in that game too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's fun.
All right, those were my predictions. Let's move on to Brian's. Brian, this was his one. This one might be up for a debate, but I think this might be an X for us.
Fuck.
He said that The Last of Us, the TV show, will be one of the top 5 TV shows of the past decade.
Am I wrong?
No. Damn. Bold statement.
I don't know.
Top 5 of the past decade?
Yeah.
Top 5 of the past decade.
2014 to 2024. What are we thinking? Name 5 better shows.
Breaking Bad,
Breaking Bad.
Technically, Breaking Bad came out in 2013, didn't it? Or it was even earlier than that. When did it finish up? It finished up in 2013.
You know what? Breaking Bad might have ended in 2013.
I think that was the last. Yeah.
That's a good point.
I said decade very specifically.
No, the pandemic fucked us.
I think easily top 10, but top 5. I gotta do some research.
I need you to name 5 better than what we had.
That's you know what?
I got dad brain. I'm gonna blame dad brain on that one. I can't think right now.
I feel like our favorite shows, Game of Thrones not included because the ending 2 seasons kind of sucked, came out like a little bit earlier than the past 10 years. Or like finished a little bit earlier than the past 10 years. I guess Game of Thrones might have been the closest. When did that finish? Would that finish after we got out of college? I guess it would have. Yeah. When was that? 2016 that finished?
That finished maybe, I think 2016.
And you could still put it in top 5 if you care about it. But even then, I'm like, eh. And then we have like, I can think of things like, what's that show that I got you watching, Alex? Schitt's Creek. Like, I would put that up in the top 5 in the past decade.
Okay.
But I'm really struggling to think of much more outside of that.
You know what? I'll give it to you. 10 years is a long stretch of time, but I don't think you're wrong.
We've watched a lot of TV, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I still think so. I think that show is real great.
That's pretty good.
All right. Brian's next prediction was, this is a win. Blue Beetle will be the top 3 DC movie since Christian Bale Batman. That's up for debate, but
compared to what else
possible.
We got.
keep going. You can play some lottery.
Let's go, baby.
This one I think he's gonna be upset about that he lost. He said that Netflix will go down another 50%. It did not.
Nope.
If anything, it went up.
It made money. They introduced no more password sharing, and they made money from that.
Wow.
And they made money.
That's crazy. I know in the talks they had with the board that they were like, we're gonna lose some subscribers over this, so we're gonna have a little bit of dip in our fiscal year, but we're gonna make it through. They made money. I don't know. That's crazy. Yep. That's why I thought Netflix was gone. I thought those were done for.
Yeah. I haven't watched Netflix all year.
Yeah.
No subscription.
Brian had said Ant-Man 3 will set the downward spiral of Marvel. You're probably right about that one. I think you win that one.
Hey,
That's
Brian.
just...
Well, the Netflix one
Brian's crushing it. Brian's crushing it. He said Hogwarts Legacy will sell well, but J.K. Rowling will say some dumb shit. I think you're half right, because I think it did sell well, but I think she stayed quiet.
She did stay quiet. Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Right. Yeah, this is a good win. This is a good win.
Yeah, I'll take the half loss on that, because yeah.
Brian, you might have to decide this one, because I don't know. Diablo 4 will get delayed or do some dumb monetary thing.
I mean, I hate that I put an or there, because I feel like that's a little bit of a catch-all there. It did do a dumb monetary thing with the Battle Pass that I think a lot of people don't really fuck with, because it was a $70 game, and they still had a Battle Pass. But whether or not you think that's stupid, I don't know. That's kind of a normalcy now.
I'll give you the win. You can get the win. Because it also did get delayed, didn't it?
I think it did get delayed it ended up coming out, I think, in the summer, and I think it was supposed to come out in the spring.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Brian's got another win on the board, and he's got another one coming right now.
I was cooking. Damn, what the fuck? What was happening this year?
He said that the Super Mario Brothers movie will do better than the Marvels, and boy, did it. Boy, did it. The Marvels made no money. Didn't Mario make $1 billion or some shit?
I'm about to say, and this made like 100 million in comparison.
It made nothing. So you get that win. I'm going to give you an X on this next one. You said that Dead Island 2 will get delayed. It actually came out.
It sucks. But it came out.
Damn. I don't know if this one happened. Final Fantasy 16 will get announced for PC. I still don't know if it did.
I don't think it did, which is pissing me off
next on that
because I would like to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You did well in this one. PSVR 2 will sell poorly. It sure did. Also made no money.
Damn.
Made no money.
Which is sad because I really was interested in the technology, but it's just too expensive. They need to market it cheaper.
Yeah. This one I think I'll give you the win because we had gone through the Marvel shows that were coming out that year and we were gonna say which one we thought would be the best or stuff like that. You said that Loki would be the best. It probably is overall out of all the other shows that came out.
What else came out? Secret Invasion was god awful.
What If
could be debatable about whether or not that's better.
What If could be debatable. Yeah. But speaking of Secret Invasion, you get a big old X on this one. You said Secret Invasion will be a sleeper hit.
That was one of the worst shows, period, that I've watched in the past decade. Not just Marvel, but just in general. I thought that was a real bad.
That's hilarious. All right, that is it for Brian. Brian, you clearly are winning right now so far. Let's see how Devin fared. Devin, he said he got a big ol' X. We acknowledged this in the second episode of last year when we found out. He said that whatever DC's next major piece of news will be a fuck up. And I said he's wrong because the first thing that came out like a week later, literally on his birthday, is when James Gunn announced the whole DC slate of new movies that are coming out, which I think is a positive. So, Devin, you lose that one. I think he loses this one, too. He said that there would be a new multiplayer video game genre that will come out and take the world by storm.
Like a new genre? Interesting. It's been a long time since we've had a new genre.
Something will be like the new Fortnite will come out this year or some shit, and I don't think
anything specifically this year. Yeah, I think the most new genre we've had so far has been the extraction shooter kind of thing, the Escape from Tarkov kind of game. If y'all ever heard of that game,
I don't know that.
Where you get in, you get them as much loot and kill as many people as you can, then you get out. That's probably, and that was like 2016, something like that. I don't think we've had a new genre since then.
There hasn't been any like new phone game waves.
Was Genshin this year? No, that's been around.
I mean, gacha games have been around for so long. That's a very different kind of gacha game. But yeah, Genshin Impact came out in like, I don't know, 2010s, probably like maybe like 2016
Roblox
as well.
Has been out for a couple years at least.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was an interesting take.
Did any like scary games come out, like group play scary type games or something, like an Among Us type of thing? I don't think so.
Really?
Not really, no. Right?
I mean, Lethal Company came out at the very end of this year. That's an interesting game, but I don't know if that's considered a new genre.
Yeah. I think he's close. Something's due to shake soon. Like Fortnite keeps changing and staying relevant.
You can play Rock Band in Fortnite.
For them.
I just did it.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. You gotta play with your instrument, or you play with a controller.
You gotta play with like a keyboard or controller, but they're trying to set up so that you can use your Rock Band peripherals to play. So they're working on that currently.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
This game does everything. You also play Legos in it. Yeah, you play Lego Minecraft.
Yeah, I really want to play Lego in Rocket League.
Crazy.
Yeah, Rocket League too. You can race. You can do racing game shit. The game is Fortnite is always doing too much.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
His next one, he definitely gets a check on this one. He said Marvel will have a drop off. It totally did. Absolutely did. Gets that win. The rest of these he got all wrong. He said that Fast X will go back to its roots. It did not. It just got more ridiculous. So he's wrong there. He also said that there could be a Fast X Transformers crossover. Wishful thinking. It did not happen though.
That would have been good though.
Would have been amazing. He said the metaverse will die. I think it's still alive. I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess it's technically not. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. We'll get into an X on that one. And then the last one, he agreed with you that Secret Invasion will be a sleeper hit. Both of y'all are wrong. Oh, but that's it. And then Alex, he wasn't in the episode, but he did have one that he remembered. Alex, what was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just stick to my same prediction from the year prior, which was just that Breath of the Wild was going to come out and be Game of the Year. Which I feel like I get at least an eighth of a point. I feel like I get a little more than half because it did come out, but it did pretty damn well at the Game Awards. It just didn't get Game of the Year.
Had Baldur's Gate 3 not come out in 2023, I believe without question that would have won Game of the Year.
Yeah, for sure.
Over Alan Wake?
I do. I think so.
I think Alan Wake might have taken it.
You think so? I don't know.
Just because it's weirder.
Yeah.
Just because it's weirder.
I don't know. I think that Tears of the Kingdom had a recency bias, maybe.
Best direction.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's usually what you give when you don't want to give a game best.
Best direction, I think it deserved, but Game of the Year, it might not.
I don't know. I think it would have gotten it because it's weird.
Interesting. Yeah. I guess I could be up for date, but yeah, it was very
overall,
close.
Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom is still a sequel.
Yeah.
I think they would have given it to it based off the fact that it's still
that and recency bias. I think were the biggest chunks against it. Had it come out more like close to that actual award show, and had it not been a sequel and just been the game that came out.
Yeah,
I still think Baldur's Gate deserves it. At the time, I didn't even know about Baldur's Gate 3. So
yeah.
All right, those were our predictions. Brian, you clearly crushed all of us.
I don't know how I'll do that again this year. I was cooking. I don't know what I was.
See if you could keep it up.
I had some insider info, I guess. I was Martha Stewart on this bitch. I don't.
You always bet on Brian. All right. So now, listeners, it's our time you've been waiting for, where we're actually going to predict this year. So we're gonna do we'll just shout out some random stuff. Maybe we'll go some round robin style and do some stuff. Who's got one prediction that they got this year? Does anyone want to go first? Throw one out there.
I got another Zelda prediction for you guys.
Shut up.
Why not? I predict that this year there will be not a new Zelda game, but a re-release or a remake of an older one.
Do you want to go for a bonus and tell us what you think the re-release will be?
I'll go for a bonus. I want to say Ocarina of Time, but I don't think they're ever going to do it.
Like a full remake of it, not just a remaster, but like a full remake of it. That'd be awesome.
I mean, a re-release or a remake is what I'm predicting, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
I'd go Twilight Princess. I could see them.
I was gonna say Wind Waker re-release.
They just re-released Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. Maybe not Twilight Princess. It was like 3 games that they put on Switch.
Oh, right.
I don't think Twilight Princess is on there though.
I mean, that's why Ocarina of Time is kind of because they put that on the 3DS recently. Not recently, but like within the last 10 years. So like,
I
don't know if they'll do that again. But Majora's Mask, I feel like hasn't got enough love, so maybe they'll put that out, re-release that.
I'll be wishful thinker, Alex, and say it'll be Ocarina of Time, even though I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Okay,
all right.
But I think they're going to re-release something.
Okay.
All right, I like it.
In lieu of making a new game, they did something similar with Link's Awakening, where it was like a remake.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna do something like that.
We do know a movie's gonna be coming out. They've announced that.
Which brings me to my next prediction, Brian.
No.
Shit! All right, go.
I predict that the Zelda movie is either gonna fucking slap or fucking suck.
Oh no, in between.
Come on.
I'm talking. No. It's not going to be mid. It's going to be 9 out of 10 or above, or a fucking 1 out of 10.
Damn.
I honestly don't know, but I'm confident it's going to be one of those two.
Interesting. So you think, are we going to go like fiscally? Or are we going to go like just like audience rating? Like, what do you think is going to make like a ton of money or no money? Do you think it's going to be rated highly, make a ton of money, or rated lowly, make a ton of money?
I don't think it's going to make a lot of money at all, regardless.
Really?
So I'm thinking solely like fans, like the internet.
Okay.
I hope it does great.
Okay.
I hope it's amazing. I hope everybody watches it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about this movie, but I still think that it should be a Studio Ghibli like silent film. That would be amazing.
I think that would be pretty sick. Actually, I think that'd be a great way to pass that off. But unfortunately, I think it's gonna be live action.
It's gonna be Chris Pratt.
It's gonna be Chris fucking Pratt. Oh shit.
All right, Brian, what did you have? It looked like you were excited about one. What you got?
Yeah, I can give you a couple. I mean, first and foremost, we got to hit up the boys. Side of the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 will be coming out December 2024. Hopefully, Avatar won't make that get delayed. I think it is going to be the highest rated Sonic movie yet, and I think it will get above a 70%.
That was what you said about Sonic 2.
And it got a 69.
It did.
Which I'm still upset about.
Round 2, we're trying this one again, everyone.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I want to say it's gonna get over. I want to say it's gonna get over 75%, but I want to.
Well, when does the vote get decided? Like, do you have to wait a whole year of it being out before you check the score? Or
no, I would say
it's supposed to come out this Christmas, right?
Yeah, it's gonna come out in December. So whenever time we do this again, we'll see where it lands, and I think it's gonna land above a 70%.
Okay.
What if it gets to 70 and then more people watch it and it dips below 60?
Let's pray to God it doesn't happen before we record this episode.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, let's see if Shadow the Hedgehog can help him out. Let's see if we can.
I heard that there's some leaks of some screen whatevers. So I was gonna look at those before we did this, but I didn't have the time. So we'll see what they look like.
Oh, that's funny. All right, I will chuck one out there. I'll stick to a movie one. Furiosa is coming out this year. I'm not so confident in it, but I'm gonna make a bold choice. I'm going to say that it's going to be a letdown, and I'm nervous. I trust George Miller. He knows what he's doing, but I'm just going to make a bold prediction and say this movie's going to be a letdown.
I don't think Anya Taylor-Joy has it in her. I don't know. It's not reading well to me. I think she's a great actress. Don't get me wrong. I think she's good at what she does, but I just don't know that this is her role. And maybe she'll knock me off my feet. Maybe, but I don't know.
Let's hope.
I want that movie to be amazing as Fury Road, but I don't know. Maybe it might be a letdown.
Those are some tough shoes to fill. Let me tell you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I can throw another one in there. Let me say, because we're going to be talking about this probably fairly soon. I wish Devin was here to hear about this one. Halo Season 2. Oh boy, howdy. We're going to talk. We talked about a little bit about this in the news section, but we want to talk about how this show has to do better. There's no way it can do better. So there's no way it can't do better. But I'm going to say that the new season's going to be at least a 7 out of 10. That's not crazy expectations, but at the same time, I think that's going to be better than what I thought the original season came out. Because we know there's a new showrunner, so there's new writers, stuff like that.
Right.
I just think that they're all Master Cheeks aside and seeing his face too many times, whatever. I do still think that this is going to be way better than what we got last season. I think they've heard the people and they're going to pivot for that reason.
Yeah, all you got to do is open up the internet one time to see.
Yeah.
See the people.
Yeah. I've also got a Halo prediction, so I will go in tandem with you. I'm kind of agreeing with you. I will say I wrote down that season 2 will be better than season 1, but everyone's still gonna hate it.
I'm pretty big on Halo Twitter. Like I'm pretty into like looking at this stuff, and people are already pissed. So I don't know if it might be a situation where you can just do no right.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, definitely. I got another one I'll check out there. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out also very, very soon. I'm predicting it will be the greatest game of this year, which I don't think is very bold, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Only 3 games are coming out this year. So.
But it will equally make people happy and also equally piss people off at the same time. I don't know why, but I just think, I don't know. It might make some changes that people might not be happy with.
I know why. They're going to make a bunch of changes. Yeah, I think the changes was going to piss people off.
And I think it's because my prediction about Final Fantasy VII is also going to come true. And I'm predicting that in Final Fantasy VII, what's it called? Remake Part 2?
Rebirth.
Rebirth. One of the characters is going to die, but it's going to be somebody from the original game that didn't die.
You think they're going to change it up?
A new death.
They're going to flip it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Our predictions, if that happens, are going to be right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're right about that.
Yeah. They will be pissed. That's really interesting.
A good one. I really like that. That's a good one.
I can't wait till we get to talk about Final Fantasy VII. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about that.
Yeah. Are you still playing it right now, Brian?
Yeah, I'm close to being done. I'm on chapter 15, I think. Either 15 or 16.
I gotta hurry up and finish.
Yeah, so I'm reeling it in. After that, I'm going to play the Intergrade DLC, and then I'll be good.
Yeah, I like it. All right, I got one. This is a TV one. This is Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender. This
Oh.
one's scary, but I'm sad about this one. I'm gonna say this show is just gonna be okay. It's not gonna wow us like I want it to. It's not. I'm gonna say it's gonna rating wise
we were all
be
thinking it.
worse than One Piece.
Interesting. I feel like One Piece got like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. Like where it was like it was decent.
One Piece was a surprise hit. Yeah.
Comparatively, it was much better.
I'm gonna say Avatar is gonna be worse, and I'm sad. I'm scared.
I'm gonna throw out a Hail Mary and go completely opposite from you. And I think it's going to be because why not? I want to think high.
Why not?
We're shooting for the stars here. I think it's going to be Last of Us level good.
But no, there's
no way.
No,
absolutely not.
I acknowledge that this.
Hold on. You just said it was top 5 of the decade. You think Avatar is going to be top 5?
I'm acknowledging this is a faded take. This is a faded take, 100%. That being said,
though.
I think that it's going to be it's going to be that level. We're going to be like, holy shit! Like they fucking did it. We didn't expect it. We didn't think they could. They fucking did it.
I love the boldness. I love it.
This is 100% a pipe dream for me. This is all I want in my life.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Netflix show, is going to be the greatest show in the past decade.
I mean, if the animated series came out tomorrow, it would be top 5 for me. If it came out on Netflix, I don't know.
I want to add to your prediction though. I think you should add that maybe not the top 5 like you were saying, but if it's better than the original.
Ooh, better than the TV show, the original
better
cartoon.
Than the cartoon.
Okay, yeah,
that would be.
I like that. Let's sit with that. I think it's gonna be better than the cartoon. They're gonna add so much depth to it that you're gonna be like, fuck yeah.
Oh man,
fuck yeah.
Damn, son. Wow.
I'm excited now.
let me sip my drink on that one because obviously he's got to be drunk to be saying some shit like that. What the
blasphemy?
Yeah, Alex, you got one?
Yeah, I got a different one. I predict that there's going to be a brand new handheld portable console. Not by Nintendo, not Steam Deck, but another thing to compete with those devices. So it could be from Sony. It could be from Xbox or Microsoft. Could be a Tesla adjacent thing. Like they already have the Teslas that play games. Maybe you can take it after you park or something like that.
Okay.
Your Tesla Go Boy.
You might be late, but you're not off. I don't know that many more will come out this year, but they definitely have already been competitors. You know that the PlayStation Portal, of course, I don't know if it's come out yet, but of course it was announced last year. That's like their handheld device for Sony right now. One of the competitors for the Steam Deck was the Rogue Ally, which was another like a computer company that they wanted to make a Steam Deck adjacent for a little bit cheaper.
Damn it! I didn't know.
So I mean, but
I guess I win.
So dumb.
Computer peripheral shit is the most annoying nomenclature you ever see in the world. It's so despicable.
Ally.
It's disgusting. Yeah, and their colors are like white and blue, like a fucking airplane or like a F1 fucking car. Disgusting. Well, anyway, but there could still be a chance that one like that kind of does come out from that, trying to compete with the Steam Deck. 'Cause they just released the Steam Deck OLED at the end of this year. Now a bunch of people are going to want to do something like that.
Okay, well, I'll take my prediction a step further. I'll say it will not only come out, but it'll be an actual contender and like leave a mark on the field. Like
not a
people
fake
will
boy.
be talking about this.
Okay, I like that. I hope so. I like competition.
I like it.
It makes things better. You're right.
Yeah, I like it. I got one. I'm gonna go back to movies. Deadpool 3 is the only Marvel movie that's coming out this year. I'm gonna say it's gonna save Marvel in terms of it'll be an actually great movie. And luckily it's their only movie. And it will have, we all know it's probably going to be Cameo City, but I'm going to specify and say that either Doctor Strange or Spider-Man will have a cameo in that movie.
I can see that. Spider-Man has to, right? Like I feel like
I feel like Spider-Man's I feel like he has to, but Spider-Man's the obvious choice, but I think Doctor Strange with the portals, I could see him just showing up with a weird portal for 2 seconds.
I would like that a lot more if he did. I think that'd be more interesting to me.
But is he legally like I know Spider-Man keeps jumping, web swinging back and forth between like Marvel entities and Avengers and
Sony.
Like Sony.
I like that you said web slinging. That was good. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah, but like this is Deadpool's a Marvel thing, not Sony, or is it a Sony thing?
Not Sony.
Isn't it this year the first time he's been a not Sony thing?
No, he used to be a Fox thing.
Fox, yes, okay.
Now he's a Sony, a Marvel thing.
He's just in bed with everybody.
Yeah, so I don't know, but maybe we'll see.
I want to add. It's not going to be to this, but I want to talk about Marvel a little bit because I do have a Marvel take.
Okay.
I think that amongst the news that we received about Jonathan Majors, that this year they will be announcing a hard pivot from King the Conqueror, and that they will be doing something completely different. They're not going to try to salvage it or save it or do anything. They're scrapping it and starting something else.
I thought they already said that, though. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, they haven't confirmed. There were rumors that they're going to pivot to Doctor Doom, but they've never actually come out and said
there's some internal rumors that they did have that kind of in the back a lot if it could happen, but I don't think they've actually confirmed that. Or, we don't know that that's actually a real thing.
I guess I saw that they fired him, and I assumed that meant that they were going to pivot. But I guess there's a chance that they recast.
They could recast?
I think that's an easy yes.
Really? You think it's an easy yes?
Yeah.
I assume that they probably started filming on some of these movies already, and that's kind of tough to have to scrap that.
Done. They've thrown away shit before.
Oh, they got that Batgirl, tax evasion shit that they can do with that.
Easy.
He said scrap it. They did it before.
Yeah.
Throw it in the trash. Kill it.
All right, I'm going to make 2 quick back-to-back movie predictions. Madam Web, the movie that's coming up very, very soon from Sony. Speaking of Sony.
Dude.
All right, so I'm going to say it's actually going to be good. And by good, I mean, I'm going to go Brian's route and go the Rotten Tomato thing. I think at least above a 65%.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I literally have it on my list. It's number 6. Madam Web sucks.
Sydney Sweeney is not shown that she's been a strong enough actor
she's
for
not
me.
very good.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with her as an actor so far.
I've seen her in numerous things where she's really good and
she's
close.
Yeah, she's close. That's a win. Yes, let's go. She's close.
I think she's a great actor, and I think the other person who's in I forget the girl's name, the woman's name. She's in 50 Shades of Grey and also this movie.
Oh yeah. I can't remember.
Dakota Johnson. She's also really talented. I feel like this movie just has too many things, too many people, and it's got too much going on.
It's Amazing Spider-Man 2 level of just they need to hone something in.
Look good.
I wish all these people the best, but this doesn't seem like the film for anybody. Like all the people in the movie, it's like, why are they in this movie?
Just the fact that it's coming out on Valentine's Day as well. It's like,
oh shit, that's so weird.
It's so weird. It's so weird. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's gonna be so weird that it's gonna work.
You know what? That'd be awesome.
You know what else came out on Valentine's Day? The first Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Hey, see? Miracles can happen.
And that was the highest grossing superhero movie of 2020. It was also the only superhero movie of 2020.
I was about to say. And then the world ended for some time there. All right, so my other one that I wanted to make. Dune Part 2 is just going to be okay.
I mean, we know it's the unfilmable movie. I think this is where we show it. I think this is where it gets the most interesting in the book, and I think this is where it's going to get the toughest to film in the movie.
I really hope it's great. I really want it to be great.
Yeah.
But it could just be an okay movie.
That'll be really disappointing for me because I've actually found a really strong love. Like watching the first movie made me go by the book. So
yeah,
I'll be upset if this doesn't end up turning out like Star Wars level of damn, this really slaps for me.
Yeah. It's probably going to be great, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's a tough one. I think it's going to be pretty good.
I wanted to talk about one because we were kind of on the Marvel thing. I know we kind of pivoted from it, but this is Marvel-esque. Spider-Verse. We know we're on the second part of that. That's technically supposed to come out in 2024. I believe 100. Yes, this is a cold take. It's going to be delayed. It has to be delayed.
Yeah.
I know that team has. Funnily enough, I met a dude recently on the team. I believe he was lighting in some of the things in that. Yeah, I found out he plays Halo. So I've been talking to him actually fairly recently about some of the Spider-Verse stuff that he got to work on. I think that's super cool.
Did they say when it's coming out?
No, he can't tell me that information. But he did tell me, of course, that they were really hardly pressured to make that movie, and it put a lot on the team. They're very proud of what they've done, but it was painful to get through. So I think that pain will only carry over and make them have to be forced to delay it to 2025 specifically. I don't think it'll come out this year at all.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, absolutely.
Which I'm fine with. I do want to iterate that. Please take time on this movie. These movies are too good to fuck them up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People, you can't draw that fast. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
You can't draw that fast. Draw slower.
Take your time. Chill out, guys.
Says the man that literally works in film. Just fucking don't draw so fast.
I mean, I work in like, I want to say real life lighting, but like, I'm not trying to put down anybody who does like CG lighting. Like, that sounds super cool. But I mean, I can move as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah.
But drawing, like, that shit sounds like it takes way longer.
For sure. I think that was a big issue with that whole movie as a whole, is how long it took to do the things that they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of delays, I think that this infamous now Borderlands video game adaptation movie, it's just not going to come out. It's never going to come out.
It's never
this
canceled?
year or any year after.
I hope so.
You hope it doesn't?
Fucking Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart?
Is he supposed to be in that movie?
Is he?
Yeah, he's supposed to be Claptrap.
So it's just Jumanji all over again?
I have no interest in any of that part of that movie. I love the Borderlands series. I think they're amazing games, and people should definitely play them if they haven't. Don't make this a movie.
That's crazy to me that it's a movie. That is crazy.
It's one of those situations where I just feel like it's a lesser medium for that kind of thing. Like the fact that the jokes work because of the way that it's a video game. And when you take the video game aspect away from it, it's just a stupid movie. Like
that's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Borderlands was popular enough for people to consider making it a movie. Like
3 did really well, so I think that was enough.
I mean, it's a great series for sure, but I didn't know it was like a part of the mainstream like that. That's just wild.
It might not be. It really might not be.
It might not be. Again, this movie might not make any money if it does come out.
Kevin Hart, though.
I had a Borderlands take, and I just said that it is going to be awful. And if I need to quantify it, I think it's going to be below 50%.
Ooh, damn.
I think it's going to be god-awful. There's no way this could be a good movie. I refuse to believe this could be a good movie.
I mostly just want to see it. I want to see what it looks like.
Oh, I don't.
Because I love the art style, and I don't know how you interpret that onto live action.
Is it going to be live action?
It's supposed to be, I believe. Yeah.
Ugh.
Just
the groan.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Kevin Hart's supposed to be rolling. Kevin Hart's supposed to be rolling from the first game. It was just a standard ass black dude that is obviously over 5'2".
That's Kevin Hart. That's so funny.
Gina Gershon's supposed to be Mad Moxie. Jamie Lee Curtis supposed to be Patricia. I don't even know who this character is.
Who's Claptrap? Is it Jack Black or is it Peter Dinklage?
Jack Black is Claptrap.
Oh, it is Jack Black. Okay, that works.
Crazy.
That one works.
Okay, all right. We can move on from this. I'm upset already.
On.
Yeah, I'm upset.
All right. Well, I got a different one.
All right.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Ooh.
Is that the EA game? Is that EA?
That's the Ubisoft one.
Ubisoft.
Ooh.
I think that game is going to have too much games of service stuff in it.
Ooh, that is
interesting.
Pay for a new spacecraft model, or pay for this color lightsaber or hilt or something. I'm sure it'll have like those options for free, but I think there'll be a lot. Even if it's like hidden under like the DLC label, I think it'll be a lot of customizable stuff that you got to pay through.
All right, yeah, I could see that. Sadly, speaking of that, I had one for that as well. Mine's kind of the opposite. I'm gonna say that it's actually going to be a good Ubisoft game, which we haven't seen in quite some time, I would imagine. I think that this is going to be a decent breath of fresh air for that studio in terms of all they made are Assassin's Creed and Far Cry games.
Well, let's hope.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I remember the gameplay trailer. I first saw it on a tiny phone screen, and I was a little underwhelmed. And then once I had time, I actually pulled it up on a TV and watched. I was like, you know what? This actually could be a lot of fun. This actually looks good, and I'm excited for it.
That being Ubisoft is probably the biggest fear that I have about the game.
Yes. Yeah.
And I hate that Ubisoft has made its reputation to that point, but I'm like, that is the only thing giving me pause, because I think it looks really interesting, and I'm actually cautiously optimistic for that reason. I love Star Wars games. I think Star Wars games are some of the best parts of Star Wars. So we'll see. We'll see.
I gotta just rattle off a couple. These are two game related ones real quick. Hellblade 2, which we've seen nothing but random gameplay cinematics and trailers that all look the same that tell me nothing about what the hell this game is. I think that this game will continue that trend, and it's not going to come out this year like I said it was, and we're just going to get another gameplay trailer of the same thing, and we're all going to be like, what is this game actually about? And that's going to happen again.
I heard the first one's really good.
Yeah, I was about to say, the first one's really good, and now you can play it. It's on Game Pass.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'd probably be able to play the second one too.
Does Oscar have Game Pass?
Oscar has a nice PC now
No,
that he
but
can
I have
actually
a
play.
computer that works like a normal computer now.
So he'd be able to play
So
that
I
game.
have the possibility.
Did you get Game Pass already? What are you doing?
No, I didn't. I've been busy. I haven't even. I told Brian before we started recording. This is maybe like the 4th time I've turned this laptop on. I just haven't had any time to do it.
The struggle.
Life of an artist.
Yeah. That, and then my other thing is going to be, this is a long shot, but I think based off the success, we're just going to get an announcement of Lies of P2. And I hope that's true.
I mean, I hear that the game has done well so far, so I think it'd be in their interest as a company to definitely keep that train rolling.
Just keep it rolling.
Do you want to, maybe I shouldn't give you this ammo, but do you want to change it to potentially DLC?
Ooh.
DLC or announcement of a new one? Because I don't know that
That's
they'll have.
easy.
I think it's a pretty small studio, so I don't know if they have the resources to be announcing new game that quick.
Right. I'll say or. Yeah,
Okay.
I think DLC might be more obvious, but I'll go or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. No, I've heard only great things about it. I definitely plan on playing. I know they've done some updates too to make it even better than it was. So.
No, man, you got to go big or go home, guys. That's why I think that this year's Game of the Awards is going to be a sweeping win by none other than Dragon's Dogma 2.
Ooh.
Really? Wow.
I don't know if it's going to win Game of the Year, but I think it's going to
No, come on. You just said
You said go big or go home.
I think it's going to at least be nominated and win several other awards.
Okay. I mean, I think we could probably, I don't know what's all coming out this year. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has a strong contender already for Game of the Year. And if anything, that's probably going to win the big one.
They can have Game of the Year, and Dragon's Dogma is going to take everything else.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake is supposed to come out this year.
Yeah. I mean, Snake Eater remake, that's huge. That was a really big and popular game that probably would have won Game of the Year if that was a thing that existed back then. Yeah. I don't think that's going to win Game of the Year. I don't think they will allow that to win Game of the Year. It would definitely be something that's like considered a more new property. Interesting with the Dragon's Dogma.
I like it.
That was like a cult classic that people actually loved. I have it. I still haven't played it. So
I played that in high school. I rented it from Blockbuster about 3 times because it's so fucking good.
I have it on PC.
Shit.
I think I have like some kind of definitive edition or something that's like a little bit better looking. And I just hear amazing things about it. I just haven't gotten to it. My favorite thing about it, you can create your own character.
Oh yeah. I think that is the one time that I made a character about as many times as Brian did, just because it's so fucking good. And also that game, like I think that game was ahead of its time, because now a lot of games are coming out and they're like really challenging and don't explain a lot to you, and you kind of just like left to your devices and/or internet forums. But in high school, I didn't have internet forums. And it was just me and my friend Jake from across the street trying to figure this shit out. So we made a bunch of characters, and man, that game was just so freaking cool and different.
That's funny.
I believe in that prediction solely because I think it deserves it. Because I think that the first game didn't give enough praise, and I know that they're really passionate developers, and they're really excited about putting out the second game. So I think that's super cool.
I'm really excited about it.
That's dope.
I got a quick take. I'll do a quick couple because I know we're running on time. Whatever.
Boom.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, he's back again. He's doing this shit again. There's a Garfield movie coming out this fucking year, and I'm gonna say it's going to make not maybe $1 billion. I do think it will make at least $500 million.
Damn, for Garfield.
I think Chris Pratt's gonna do it again because he's got some kind of dirt on somebody. They're gonna money launder the shit out of this movie. He's gonna make $500 million with that movie. I did also want to say Mr. and Mrs. Smith was coming out soon with Donald Glover, and God, I can't remember the actress' name, but she was in Pen 15, and I love her, and I love her getting more work.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That shit's gonna suck because Donald Glover
doesn't look
only hired his lead role with the woman because she is Asian, and I think he has yellow fever. Apparently, that's been all over the forums that he has issues with, and I think because of that. It's gonna fucking suck. He didn't actually write a real script. He didn't make an actual good movie or a good show.
I'm about to say because it was original. She wasn't the original actor or writer. It was Phoebe Waller-Bridge at first, and then she left. So there's already some drama in that project.
So people are saying that Donald Glover was like, I would like a choice in this. and I think he ruined it. Not to say that she's a bad actor by any means. I think she's an amazing actor, and I'm glad that she's getting more work. Right. That's awesome. But I do think the show's going to suck.
10/15 is amazing, though.
I have to give any kind of number to it. I'll say below 60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
All right. My last two, I will say that X-Men 97 Marvel show that they're continuing the old school X-Men animated TV show, calling it X-Men 97. I'm just going to say that it will connect to the MCU in some weird way. I think it's going to. It's going to. Either it's just going to be like a really long prequel type of thing, and those characters we'll see in Deadpool 3 even maybe, or something like that. But I think it will connect to the MCU.
Imagine seeing like Robert Downey Jr. but like cartoonized.
That would be
That's cool.
That'd be funny. That and my last one, Joker 2 comes out this year.
Oh.
The rumored musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. I think fuck it, who cares? I think it'll continue the trend as the Joker one did, and it will make $1 billion.
Oh shit! Okay, I
think it's gonna make $1 billion. People are gonna be so weirded and curious about this movie with Lady Gaga in it as a musical. Maybe they're gonna go see it. I think they're gonna.
She does good work. I mean, I hate that some of the stuff she's been casted in, but what I've seen from her, I've been impressed. So yeah.
I think she could do it. She could do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna be weird as hell. It's gonna be hilarious.
I did want to say two things real quick. I want to say that I think Meredith's gonna finally die in the new season of Grey's Anatomy. That's coming out this year.
Oh God! Oh no!
You know, I thought she had died. I mean, we could talk about this later.
She fake died
there's always
from COVID.
Monologues that I was seeing, watching it with Bambi a little bit, and I was like, but she's not in any of the episodes. She's just talking in voiceover. It's weird.
Yeah, she was in a coma from COVID. And that was a big story beat for a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That was a thing. Spoilers. Sorry. Also, on a sad note, I think more game devs are going to get fired this year. Especially, and I think a big reason for that is because the overhiring that happened during COVID and the reason that so many games came out in 2023. We're going to have a pretty barren 2024 because all those games have now come out. And now no one has anything to show. And we know that most games come out in about a 5-year span. So we're in a weird place where like nothing is really in development.
Rough. Hopefully not true, but we'll see. All right. Is that everyone's predictions?
All I got.
Yeah.
All righty. Beautiful. I love it. We will see you again, listeners, in a year to see if Brian can continue his hot streak.
Let's fucking go, baby. Run the gauntlet.
Let's find out. That is our main topic, listeners. Guys, shall we now move into our final segment of the week?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Which we like to call Free for All. Title pending, listeners. This is a segment where we can do whatever we want. Talk about a day, talk about life. It is free for all. Alex, you are the man on the time crunch. So do you want to hit us up with your free for all?
I would love to go first because Bambi and I, when I do say I mean we, just finished one of the best shows I've seen in a long, long time.
That was a long break.
I mean, I don't know. It might be Brian. It might be top 5 of the past decade. Like this
shit.
Is
okay.
Oh,
this is
damn.
a great show. Honestly, the whole time we were watching it, I was like, I cannot wait. We watched it over like the break in between us recording. We just watched it like every day, every chance we could, whenever Cleo was asleep. To try and finish it all, and we were sad when it finished. And it is called The Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh,
have you guys heard of this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's this popular D&D that's being streamed on Twitch and YouTube and stuff called Critical Role. It's a bunch of different like popular voice actors and other people. I think they're all voice actors. I'm not really sure. But they're just like nerdily hanging out and doing D&D, and I guess their campaign was so popular, people really enjoyed it or whatever, and they made it into a real, actual cartoon animated TV series. So far, it's just 2 seasons, and man, is it so fucking good, guys! Maybe 3 seasons.
That's really interesting.
Did the 3rd season just come out? Oh my god!
Uh-oh. It's time to watch.
I will report back later. But this show, guys, is so entertaining. It is hilarious. The trailer doesn't quite do it justice. If you watch the trailer, I thought it was going to be just like another crude, whatever, nerdy thing. But it has so much fucking heart, and it I don't know. It's like really impactful. the journey all the friends go on together, the friends that kind of love but hate each other, hate but love each other, but at the end of the day, everyone's got each other's back. Man, it's just a good fucking time. And like in the back of my mind, knowing that this was like the brainchild of like a D&D campaign, and it's like no one really sat down and wrote a story to make this TV series. It just organically happened with a group of people hanging out over beers, having a good time, and playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, does seeing this show make you interested in now looking into Critical Role? Because it's super popular.
Yeah, I did YouTube some of this stuff. It's a little bit too much content for me to digest.
It's a lot. Matt Mercer's part of Critical Role, isn't he?
Yeah. He's the dungeon master.
Yeah, Matt Mercer's a pretty big, like, in the video game space, like, voice actor. He's done a lot of stuff that you probably would recognize him in.
Yeah, I probably would. He's not a main character in Vox Machina because he's the dungeon master, but he plays a lot of the villains, a lot of the key side people that they meet. So he's in probably every episode as multiple characters, which is pretty cool. But I was super interested. I was like, okay, maybe we're done with this show. Maybe we could watch the stream and like enjoy and see how it all worked. And we looked into it, and it was like hundreds of episodes, like 3 hours long per episode. We're like, okay, don't have time for that. But occasionally when I'm on YouTube or whatever, I'll scroll across like a highlight from Critical Role.
Like a best of,
and that's like the sweet spot, because like they'll kind of do like a side-by-side comparison sometimes on YouTube or wherever. We see like how it happened on D&D and how it happened on the screen, and it is literally carbon copy. Like I've never seen such a cool reenactment before. Like
there's something special about getting a bunch of like really talented creators together and seeing what they can make. It's funny about this show because when the first season came out, I heard about it and I heard a little bit of mixed reviews. So I'm happy to hear that it sounds like it's shaping up a lot stronger than what I initially heard. So that makes me more likely to probably watch it. For you particularly, Alex, I don't know who actually got it. I know Matt Mercer is part of it, but I know some people from Critical Role actually was doing some of Baldur's Gate and playing that like live for a little bit. So I know some of that is on like YouTube.
Oh, cool.
So you might be interested in watching how they solve those kinds of problems in game based on just the kind of people that they are and how they navigate that.
It was super cool to watch the show and to see some of Critical Role. I wish I had more time to watch all of Critical Role, but seeing the little clips on YouTube is really, really, really inspiring.
Nice.
It made me want to jump into Baldur's Gate. So I played a lot more Baldur's Gate after watching the show. It's a great show. The first season is really good. The second season is even better. I definitely recommend it.
Nice.
I can't believe that we haven't talked about it on this show, so I think we should do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in watching it.
It was just one of those shows that I just never got around to. There's just too much content and stuff, and I was just like, I'll get to it at some point.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's top 5 past decade for me. It's a great one.
Nice. He said over the decade. Okay, let's go.
It's Avatar: The Last Airbender, Netflix, and then Legend of Vox.
Honestly, like we were like it's Avatar and this show, like best animated series we've seen.
Damn,
that's dope, dude. Hell yeah, love it. I can go next. I got a bunch that I might spread out through the next couple weeks. So, but speaking of animated, I'll start with that one. We may or may not talk about this on the podcast, so I'll keep it slightly brief. But I watched Netflix's Blue Eye Samurai over this break.
I very strongly want to watch that. I just haven't had the time to get to it yet, but I hear very good things about it.
This was a show I was going to miss, but then I just word of mouth and other podcasts and other things that I listen to, I just heard that this show is fucking amazing. So like, all right, shit, I gotta watch this, I guess. It's 8 episodes. They're each like 45-ish minutes long, so it's longer than your average animated show. But it's good. It's really solid. It's really good. It took me a while because even in the trailers, I wasn't the biggest fan of the art style. It just wasn't my jam. So it took a little bit of time for me to kind of adjust to it visually. But it's good. It's just a good, simple. Sounds like a negative term, but it's not. Simple, revenge-ish kind of story. Definitely not for kids. I'll tell you that. There's blood. There's nudity. It is not for children. But it's a good time. There's some really cool choreography in terms of the animated action and stuff. I love a lot of all the characters. Like it was refreshing in the sense that it's not some IP. It's something brand new. Again, this goes back to my Netflix agenda. Just stick to animation. Y'all are killing it with it. Just stick to it. I'm gonna continue that in 2024, guys. But yeah, no, Blue Eye Samurai. It's really good. Once you get past the plot and the world that they built, because it wasn't a bit of an adjustment. That I was like, oh, that's a little weird. But okay, we'll continue.
Yeah, I really want to see it.
It's real good. I guess it's not a spoiler because it's in the first episode. I'll give you the basic premise, at least like the log line of it. Is the reason it's called Blue Eye Samurai is because this is a world where Japan cut off all its borders from the rest of the world, but like obviously things slip in, and so any person who is not fully Japanese, whether like they're half white, aka this Blue Eye Samurai, is deemed like a devil and the worst thing in the world. So it is a little odd that your main protagonist is this half white character, and they're the best samurai in the world. But it's actually it is actually really fucking good. It's really solid. I don't think it's as good as what I had heard all the hype about, but it is a very fucking solid good show, and I think you'll have a good time with it.
I'm excited to watch that. It'll probably be next on my list personally.
Yeah, you should. I think you should. I think you'll enjoy it. I'll do one last thing because I'll only do another thing. I finally watched Transformers: Rise of the Beast, a movie that I missed the past summer. It was like the only movie, the big blockbuster. So I watched that over this holiday break as well. It's good. I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's better than the Mark Wahlberg Transformers.
Yes,
movies.
I did. I finally watched it over the break as well, and I I thought it was decent. I had fun with it.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's good. Like I think the human character is always the worst part of this movie, but and they still are. But I think there was one moment in the final act where I literally got chills, and I was like, "This is a Saturday morning cartoon, and I don't want anything more. This is the best thing in the world. This is the greatest." So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it.
I appreciate that. Beast Wars was my favorite Transformers like iteration just growing up, and I used to watch it every morning before I went to school. So I think that's why this movie had like a little bit of sentimental value for me. So I was surprised. How much I liked it. I was like, okay, I had fun. I'm not mad.
Good time.
I watched it at home. I didn't spend any money. I had a good time.
Exactly. Yeah. And as usual, shout out to God of Ragnarok. All right, we're continuing in 2024, baby. Let's go.
We got to get rid of that.
Oscar. It's a new year. New games.
Yeah, but they just came out with Valhalla DLC, so it's like fair. It starts all over.
That was a whole last year ago.
I know. It's a great game. It's back in my life.
Whatever, that's fine. Anyway, speaking of things that we're continuing in 2024, I'm getting back on the horse of watching my one movie a week. Y'all know on Thursdays it's now my movie night, but I try to watch a new movie that I haven't seen before, or maybe sometimes movies I've just forgotten about. Mostly movies I haven't seen before, because I'm trying to watch more movies. ADHD beats my ass. So I watched a very interesting one that has kind of gained some infamy over the past couple of weeks or so, and I watched Saltburn. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about this movie.
I keep seeing stuff about it.
Yes. If you haven't seen anything about it, Saltburn has been kind of one of those movies that's been gaining some traction, especially online. The best way to describe that movie, I guess, would be a student at Prescott kind of finds an almost seductive, kind of stalkerish interest in one of the like cool kids that goes to his same school. And then in meeting him and kind of figuring out a way to like stumble upon him, ends up spending a summer with his very, very rich family. It's a dark comedy / psychological thriller. I'm not going to give you too much about kind of what happens, because I do think this is one of those movies that you gotta go in blind, baby, because it is a weird fucking movie.
I hear it's fucking weird, man.
It's got Jacob Elordi in it, which he might know him from playing Nate, one of the main antagonists in Euphoria. And then it's also got, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's Barry Keoghan. Keegan. It's just Keegan?
Yeah.
Okay. We know him as he was the Joker cameo in the Batman, the Robert Pattinson Batman. I don't really know much about other stuff he's been in. I'm just not familiar with a lot of his work.
He was in Eternals.
Oh, he's in Eternals. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. He's got a honker, that nose. He's got that nose.
God damn.
It is definitely one of those artsy fartsy movies that you're gonna like after you finish it, you're gonna look up a YouTube video to be like, huh?
Right.
I don't even know if I'll recommend this movie. I think it's one of those movies you have to watch for the culture. I can't say you'll like it. It'll have a lot of things that you'll be like, this made me feel some type of way, and I don't know how to explain it. Because I watched this movie, I guess I watched it a little bit after Thursday. I watched it maybe yesterday or the day before, and I was like, I need process time. I can't rate this movie right now. That being said, I thought it was entertaining. I can't say it's like a bad movie. I can't say that I didn't enjoy it, but it's a ride. Everyone does phenomenally. I think everyone that's in the movie does really, really well. I think the actors they chose are really good fits for what they're doing there. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna recommend it or not. Watch it if you want to keep in with pop culture, because people are talking about it right now.
Yeah, I don't know if this makes me want to watch it more or less.
I mean, the only thing I do want to watch it. The only thing that would stop you is probably the fact that it's over 2 hours. It's not a short movie.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
I'm not mad at you for it.
I'm scared to watch it.
I wasn't really, I had no interest in it, but I kept seeing it online. And I was like, maybe I should. And then I was talking to my lady friend, and we were like, let's watch it. Why the fuck not?
Got a lady friend?
And then I ended, we don't have to get in all of that. We'll talk.
2024, got a lady friend.
2024,
baby.
We got more lady friends. We got more movies. We killing it out here, boys. But yes, I think that if you're into like the arts and like into those more like cerebral movies, definitely watch it. If that kind of like the A24s aren't really your thing, maybe it's a skip.
All right.
What a great way of putting that. That's very diplomatic of you.
All right, listeners. That is our show. That is our first episode of the new year. Thank you for listening. You can email us at thefortressof@gmail.com. Fortress spelled FOUR for feel to email us any feedback, questions, recommendations, or anything like that. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and the YouTube channel at The Fourtress of. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell your cat. Follow the 3 Bollywood R's. Rate, review, and recommend us to anyone and everyone you know. Thank you, Jackie, for helping out at the podcast every week. Thank you, Brian, for the art, Alex for the music, and Devin, thank you for being here even when you're not here. You can find Brian at Instagram at ITZ_ by the way, Alex at Peterson Films, and Devin, you can find him at moving somewhere.
We don't know where he lives now.
No, we don't. We never do. Next week, I don't know, but we'll be here and we'll talk about something fun. As usual, happy holidays, everyone, and put a coat on. It is cold out there.
It's not that cold. We're actually going to die pretty soon. Global warming is fucking us.
It is, but apparently it's also supposed to snow. And maybe this, I don't know. It's all over the place. It don't matter. It's going to be like 27 degrees soon. I don't know. Anyways, listeners, that is another episode. So we'll see you here next week on another episode in the Fourtress of...
Thank you.